Start.
Hi, my name is Joy. Today we are going to talk about the US time zones. Now we all know that in the US, entire US, we have 4 different time zones. Let's start off with from the eastern side. We'll start with EST as in Eastern Standard Time. After that, if we travel towards west, we have the next one is CST, Central Standard Time. Then we have MST, which is Mountain Standard Time, and then we have PST, which is Pacific Standard Time. Besides these 4 time zones, we also have 2 other time zones. They are Alaskan Standard Time and Hawaiian Standard Time. Now if I start looking from the eastern side, which is the first one is EST, the difference between these time zones is 1 hour. For example, when I talk about the difference between EST and CST, 1 hour, CST, MST 1 hour, and so on and so forth. Now today we would like to see what's the difference between IST or Indian Standard Time with the American Standard Times. Let's write down IST, Indian Standard Time. The difference between IST and EST is 9.5 hours. IST is ahead of EST by 9.5 hours. We've already spoken about this, that the difference between these time zones is 1 hour. So the difference between IST and EST is 9.5. The difference between IST and CST would be 10.5. Then 11.5 hours, 12.5 hours, 13.5 hours, 14.5 hours. Right? Now, we all know that there is something which is called daylight saving time. Okay? So what we do is, the second week of March, the second Sunday of March, we get our clock ahead by 1 hour in the US. So the difference between IST and these time zones increases by 1 hour. Okay? Now, the difference becomes 10.5 hours, 11.5 hours, 12.5 hours, 13.5 hours. Now here, Alaskan Standard Time, this does not have daylight saving time. So it stays the same. And Hawaiian Standard Time. Now till here, we would see that this is called daylight saving time, and this is called the standard time. So during the standard period of time, we have the difference between IST and the time zones would be 9.5, 10.5, 11.5 and 12.5 hours. And during daylight saving time, the difference would be 10.5, 11.5, 12.5 and 13.5. And the daylight saving time changes, okay? In the first week of November, that is the first Sunday of November, the Americans remove the clock back by another 1 hour. Alright? Thank you very much. It was very nice talking to you all. Great.